Idwiyo mujindi ja COVID-19 noba hali anobana twaromba kuti tukaranta omwe ikutegwa tuswiri hihe igudwiyo irwasunu uleta dwiyo orwasunu uli ndime Charles Monga kuza kumutabi iwa dwiyo ku Debs office kumonze.
The world seems to have come to a standstill. The future appears gloomy. Yet, like the phoenix, we shall arise again from ashes as a people. Education for the future, thinking beyond COVID-19, is a Jesuit of Zambia Malawi pilot project. This project responds to the impact of COVID-19 in the province. It communicates hope that there is a future beyond COVID-19. Through our schools, St. Ignatius College in Lusaka, St. Canisius College in Chikuni, Zambia, and St. Ignatius Jesuit High School in Malawi, the Society of Jesus have embarked on an inclusive education initiative. Our aim, as has always been, is educating men and women for the future and for others and with others. This aim drives our inclusive outreach education as we respond to COVID-19. No wonder the Jesuits consider education as an issue of faith that does justice.
The Jesuits came to Chikuni in 1905. We are always proud sometimes these days when we remember those founders of the mission, that we remember also the 3 young men that helped the French Jesuit missionaries establish Chikuni mission. So we remember Hatontola, Jojo, and Jaliso, as a representative of the local people that welcomed the Jesuits when they came to the mission. And since then, by and large, the relationship between the missionaries and the mission and the local community has been very good. The local community continues to be grateful for the benefits that the missionaries brought, to them in this environment. The education for their children. So the mission has 5 schools, just within the mission territory. There is a hospital. Now there is a radio station.
All right, it is a wonderful, wonderful day, and welcome you to our governance show this afternoon. Like always, we ensure that we give you the best of community radio station all the way from Ajigun Mission in Monze. And today, our dear listener will be looking at how you, as communities, are ensuring that your children are safe, especially with the rise in the number of the COVID-19.
There is a dam, where they can have access to water their animals can drink from. All these are incentives that come because of the work of the missionaries. So the community continues to be grateful for that. And as successors of those missionaries that came to evangelize here with a lot of support from outside Zambia, from territories where they came from, we are beginning to invite our people to say it's high time they own up the mission and begin to also support it from the little means that they have of supporting the work that the Jesuits and their collaborators do in Chikuni mission.
Village life will never be the same again. Fear, lack of knowledge, and suspicion rank high. What is going to be the lot of our children is a question that lingers in the minds of most parents in these villages. As the Society of Jesus in Zambia and Malawi, we understand this fear.
Our school, Canisius, is a boarding school, but also that caters for the local boys who come from their villages So when schools were reopened in the context of COVID-19, the school gave the day boys an opportunity to stay in school, to stay in boarding for those first 3 weeks of the resumption of classes at Canisius. The poor communities around here are vulnerable. So we thought of keeping their children in school, so that we get rid of any possibility that COVID-19 doesn't spread to the community.
Here I am, studying for my final examination. I am exhausted. The President of Zambia announced that all exam classes should reopen. I'm scared to go back to school because of the coronavirus. Where would I find the masks to enable me to be accepted back to school? Does this mean I won't be able to join the others? What happens to my future? I want and desire to change my condition, the situation of my family and community through education. Will my dream ever be fulfilled? Well, I don't know.
I have 14 years old. My brothers, we are 5 brothers and 2 sisters. I found myself in boarding because of disease. So when you open, he said, come 14 days in boarding so that we know your temperature. So we go there. There is free to study. There is power. There is some books in library. There are some friends that you can help you. So I enjoy my boarding so that I do well at Canisius Secondary School. Yes, then at the school we eat at 17 hours, 18 to 21, then you go to study. But at home we eat at 20 hours, then there is no time to study. You can be tired when you go because we are go come. And I think it's 8 kilometers up to our place to reach at school. So I want to come back, I want to go back to Canisius in grade 10 so that I can chance to be a Jesuit. I wake up at 05 hours, then I start to wear my uniform. Then I start off around the 05:30. I reach at Canisius 06:55. Then there is hunger because when you reach at 6:55, you find breakfast it's finished. So again you stay in class about around 13 hours so that you eat lunch. So it's problem to be in day school. Then if bicycle is not working, I start off 05 hours. Then I reach at 7 hours because it's far. So when we knock off at school, I come 15:30. I can reach at home at around 20 to 19. So it's difficult to study because we reach at 90. So you need to sleep so that your body can be free. Rainy season, it can happen because so I can't go to school because there is rain. It can be difficult to walk with rain because you can wait with books. So when we go, we can write some notes that our friend wrote when I was not there. So it's difficult to be in this day pupil.
Muri bamahali gwagaba gusola gulomba igwendelana gubona bana mbulimbu bakalitondeha igubikira mizezo jindi nibagakedde mugati mujigolo ibana bagapandurura kwamba kuti kuli bubotumbu bajana mugati muyigolo yakukalabuya kamboga kutedeni ijindi jakuvala ikanjikanji balajana.
And for the boys, for me, as we interacted, they really appreciated the privilege of being in school because they had a lot of time to interact with the teachers, to interact with the friends, to study as compared to home. You know, most of them are coming from homes that raise their resources through farming. And you know, as they knock off, they are given so many jobs at home. So you find that at the end of the day, the boys are tired, they don't have time to study in the night. But here's a privilege given to the boys that they are in boarding, they have these meals, and of course they don't have these meals at home, maybe 1 or 2 in a day, because they are coming from homes that cannot sustain themselves.
Being on the march with the marginalized draws us to ourselves and to God. This is not something we can do alone. In this journey, we always walk and journey with others.
What made the community very much appreciative of this gesture that Canisius Secondary School extended to the boys is that you know, the boys were invited to stay in boarding and receive you know, the required education, use all the facilities without asking them to pay, you know, for extra money. Yeah, a few parents came up actually to, you know, donate, you know, whatever little they had, you know, from their homes to the school.
Doing nothing has never been our option. A faith that does justice calls us to row in the deep and face the future with hope as a people.
Another initiative in which the Jesuits continue to communicate with hope in the context of COVID-19 is we have a radio station that is at the service of this community. And using the radio station, we are able to broadcast radio lessons. So these are academic lessons to, you know, pupils that are staying at home, you know, because of the lockdown, because those that have been allowed to return to school are only those in examination classes. So on Radio Chikuni, we do run lessons for grade 1 up to 7, you know, 5 days a week. So even those children at home who have an access to the radio, they continue to, you know, to do some homework. They continue to listen to radio teachers and teachers in the studio, giving them exercises.
Onokutegwa twiyega botu nobana abahali turatega ikubuyanya na uli bambira uligaga COVID-19 nchinzi. COVID-19 mburwazi bupya ibutasirigigi ibwagasigalino. Obuburwazi mburwazi ibwagugola aguhundirira muntu nayoya. Obuburwazi bulajaya nkambo bonyina musamu igwajindi ijino. Nobahali abana igutego tuligwabirire kuburwazi obu. Ino chinzi cyo twerere guhiba na agujita. Ndahoma amwihe abana bano ugayindiga hontobyo ndahoma mwayoma igutego tuligwabirire guburwazi obu muntu wonse werere gutobera amalayirire iguzwa kumutabi wanseba mbuli yaya igutanguna igusama mask na tusabwi igumeho ijindi yonse twerere gusamba kumanza ansipa na gubereha.
As the Society of Jesus, our partners, our collaborators, we are together through this storm. Take heart. The Lord is calling for you.